Hey, what's up guys? This is Ricky from Supreme 6. On today's Minute Monday, we gotta do something a little bit different. I'm gonna take you through the process of what it's like to shoot a listing. Here I'm at one of Supreme 6's listings. So what I'm gonna be doing is showing you some of the gear that I'm using in the process of what my thought process is when I'm doing a listing. Got the client, just walk through the door. You wanna introduce yourself?
Paul.
Tell us about this listing, Paul.
This has been a very good house to me.
So the listing I shot for Paul back in January has since sold. So this is the second one we're doing here with Supreme 6. I guess we're doing a good job because yeah, things are selling. So this is my usual setup. I shoot with a Sony a7R III. I use flash for my photos because it just usually brings out the colors more for the listing. I use a wide angle lens. This is a 1635 G Master. This is the nomadic backpack that's actually brought by Peter McKinnon. Super helpful. It comes with sort of a day pack that transforms if you're traveling. And then for some of the more close-up shots, I use a 24-70 G Master as well. And for stabilization for the video, I have a DJI Ronin S, which I'll show you guys what that is all about later. Here we have a Insta360 One X is what we use to do the 3D scans. We think it does a good job. This is sort of comparable to the bigger one you see, but that one takes way too long to scan a room. I find it's just like not really efficient. This one does a really good job. Pretty much gets the point across of what the house looks like on the interior. It takes photos very, very quickly, uploads to the cloud extremely fast, and it gets the product to the client way faster. And that way we can put the listing up as soon as possible. So there's actually a process of how you use this. I start at the beginning from the entry of the house, and I kind of try to make my way around. The thing that's really interesting about this is that you sort of have to plan your route around the house. Otherwise, you kind of find yourself scanning duplicate areas of the house, and it kind of has this overlap thing, and then the software has a problem of figuring out where the alignment actually happened. I'm gonna set the camera off to the corner, and you're gonna see me kind of scanning around the room. Okay, so actually different strategy. I can't actually leave the camera in the corner to do the shot because obviously no one can be in the shot while this thing is scanning. So just a quick overlap of how this works is we put this camera in a spot in the house, and what it does is it takes a 360 photo. It kind of stitches it together, and then once the camera has let me know that it's finished doing the stitching, I just move the camera probably, depending on the shape of the actual layout of the house, and I would move it maybe like 2 to 3 meters at a time and kind of just like make my way around the house. We're gonna get to it right now. So the 3D scan is done, and in the app you are left with something that looks like this. All the blue dots you see here are this number of scans that we did. So for this particular one, there was something around maybe 25 to 30 scans. And then you see all the red markers here where it says inside. This is where all the windows are. So in the app, it tells you that after the scan is done, in order for them to do a proper rendering of the completed unit, or completed listing, sorry, they want you to identify where the windows are and also where the mirrors are. So this is where it kind of gets a little tedious, but after a little bit of practice, I kind of got used to it. And then also, this is also the main floor. And in order to go to another floor, you would have to identify that. So for this one, for example, there's floor 1, and then I labeled the other one called basement. So when you click on basement, you're left with another sort of preview here of the basement, and that's sort of where the stair is. So after all this is done, you simply hit upload, and it uploads it to the cloud, and the software on the net, I guess whoever is sort of the wizards behind it, they create the rendering for you, they send you a link, and then you have an account on Matterport, which will provide you with like embedded links that you want to put on a website. In our case, we just care about the link that we put on MLS. The next thing we're gonna do is do the video tour of the house. And like I said, what I use is this thing here. This is the DJI Ronin S, as you can see. And I have mounted on top my camera. And after it's all balanced, I use the same lens, which is the 16-35, gives it a nice wide angle. And what I usually do is I walk around the house, try to do a smooth cinematic preview of the entire listing. I find that videos are more organic and kind of gives a better feel of what it's actually like to sort of walk through the house with music and a bit of a cinematic camera movements in the background. So just so you have an idea of what it looks like behind the scenes when I'm actually shooting these videos, This thing here, I'm gonna guess it's about at least 15 pounds, depending on the size of your lens. So this lens in particular, I'm gonna say it weighs about 15 pounds. So, but just a couple of sample shots that I typically do. I call this a push shot. So I would just sort of walk through the house and you kind of get this like smooth transition when I push forward. Or if I want to reveal something, let's say a kitchen or like a nice fireplace or something, I would typically pull back, and then that way what you get is like sort of a walking backwards and things are sort of being revealed on the side. And then some of the more advanced movements is sort of like a circular pan, which you have to kind of walk in a circle and turn the camera at the same time. And then sort of depending on, you know, different unique features of the house, I might do sort of something that goes like a little bit from the bottom up or from the bottom down. And I might actually switch to my 24 to 70 millimeter lens to kind of get more focused features. Maybe if they had an expensive stove, like a Wolf stove or something, I might, you know, do a close-up focus shot of like the red knobs. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. The client is obviously waiting in the back. He's getting a bit frustrated, I can tell. So I'm gonna try to get this done. All right, so I just wrapped up this house here doing the photo and video and 3D tour. That's it for today's Minute Monday. I hope you guys enjoyed this little different snippet for this week. And yeah, hope to see you guys next time. Have a good day. Bye.